Sunburn was the first episode of 2 episodes that aired in a single night. I might just end up calling it McGee and Delilah's episode though, since it really focused on their relationship. I liked how the case started with the team, but then expanded out to include McGee and Delilah in the Bahamas. You might say it was a little ironic that of course the killer was in the Bahamas, like just down the street from McGee and Delilah, but it didn't feel really ridiculous to me. The only thing I might have questioned was the fact that Malcolm Lucas, the dude who everyone thought was dead but wasn't, didn't question why his girlfriend flew to America and back in a time frame where people died related to his top secret dangerous research. But let's start from the beginning. The episode opens with a group of people who are trying to escape this dude's escape room in his house, which is kind of creepy, but I bet these people are never going to an escape room again. But the game master is shot, and so begins the plot of the episode. The first thing we hear Bishop talk about is how she stayed up all night playing Killing with Kindness, the game where you play as a killer teddy bear and try to kill other killer teddy bears. It was featured in season 17's episode 9 IRL, you know, back when we thought this lady was just a normal mom concerned about her child's happiness. I also love the fact that McGee left so many post-it notes, and that he even left some predictive post-it notes.
Oh, you knew you'd say that. Don't let Torres throw them away.
And then later questions,
maybe I didn't leave enough post-its.
No, McGee, you can never leave enough post-it notes. We got a lot of bantering between Ellie and Nick this episode. I mean, this has to be a setup to them professing their love to each other. I mean, we've all been waiting for it. I especially like the scene where they call McGee in the Bahamas. It's so adorable, and we get to see them banter back and forth.
Bishop, you know.
Hey, what? That is...
So if all of this is not leading up to something that's going to happen soon, I'm going to feel very underwhelmed. Over in the Bahamas, McGee and Delilah are trying to enjoy themselves and not think about work or the kids, which leads to them talking about the weather.
So,
Nice weather.
the breeze is, it's nice.
I really like how their relationship at the beginning of the episode felt strained and like they didn't really know how to talk to each other at all, but it ended up having them get even closer in the end and realizing they just like spending time with each other, even if it is while investigating a murder. And we meet Clarence.
Welcome to the Bahamas.
And dude, is that his real voice? Because that's amazing. Another moment that was just so sweet from this episode was when Gibbs attended Emily Fornell's award ceremony. It was actually really cool seeing her character happy and not broken the way we saw her last time. This scene also reiterated that no one had heard from Fornell.
Weird, right?
And the man van moment with Jimmy and Torres was just amazing as well. I would love to see Torres' continued fascination with the man van if Jimmy ends up buying that car, which we'll probably never know, but hopefully it wasn't just a one-time joke for this episode, and we'll get to see Jimmy pull up in the man van in an upcoming episode. So basically, the whole story revolves around this Deep Raven invention, which was supposed to be an underwater drone that was supposed to like sea map the sea, but turned out to basically be a bomb carrier. I thought the storyline was strong and incorporated all of our characters very nicely. It was nice to see McGee and Delilah investigating together and growing closer in their marriage, as well as having the team investigating the case in the States. I thought the case worked really nicely, and having it relate to what was happening in the Bahamas was a nice touch as well. It didn't seem too ironic, I think because it was set up pretty early in the episode. The reveal that there was something happening in the Bahamas related to the case wasn't meant to be like the biggest shock of the episode. Having the killer end up being Sienna was interesting. She was kind of the person you expected right off the bat. Oh yeah, and that Kittredge guy, but he just felt too obvious to be the actual person. He did end up being a bad guy, but he wasn't the bad guy. The only thing I didn't like about the reveal was the fact that Lucas didn't question why his girlfriend took a plane to the States and then came back, and ironically 2 of the people who were working on this project with him were killed. But I guess love is blind. Or ignorant. Or stupid. From this episode, we get more of what's happening with Merriweather and Fornell. Or I guess just more questions. Gibbs is starting to utilize the help of his friends though, like having Casey try and ping Fornell's phone. Gibbs also investigates Fornell's house and finds blood, which then he also has Casey run this blood, and we end up finding out that it's Fornell's. At the end, we get Vance questioning how long this is going to go on, and Gibbs responds, as long as it takes. That's right, you don't just leave a man out in the field, and I've come to be less annoyed by Fornell. I was totally drawn in by the Merriweather storyline, even if Fornell was annoying as heck in the beginning. Near the beginning and the middle of this episode, we got a couple moments with Sloan and Gibbs. Sloan wants to know why he's been so distant. I'm kinda thinking they're already together, or like, hey, I really care about you and we're gonna get together, like, kind of. But let's be real, you're leaving the show, so we can't get too close. And I think we're gonna be getting a huge moment between Bishop and Torres anytime soon. And if we can get that, then I'll be fine, and I don't really need Sloan and Gibbs to get together, or like more than what they already seem to be. This episode was really fun, and it was great to see Delilah again in an episode, as well as just having a lot of screen time for all of the other main characters. This episode left me interested in finding out what's happened to Fornell, and like Gibbs said, they'll keep searching for as long as it takes. I'm sure the next episode will start right where we left off in this episode though. It's not like they're gonna do some kind of time jump between the 4th and 5th episode.